everyone. Welcome to our next TIDC talk. I'm here with Josh Reese from Silverwood Kitchens and Bath. He's our host today. He's going to walk you through everything you need to know about Silverwood. Hey, Josh.
Hey, everybody. How are you today? I can't hear your answer.
I'm just going to turn it around.
Welcome to today's TIDC talk being held here at the newly relaunched Marketplace. As Darylyn said, I'm Josh Reese. I'm the president of Silverwood Kitchens and Bath. I'm going to talk to you a little bit today about what we do at Silverwood, and most importantly, what we think Silverwood can do for you, the designers here at TIDC. A little background on me, just so you know. You may not believe this, but I have now over 30 years experience manufacturing and selling high-end office furniture and cabinetry. So this background, for the most part, has been in the kitchen business, and I have roughly 12 years experience manufacturing cabinets for large companies that sell cabinets across North America. I've been in homes in almost every relevant state and province in North America, seeing good kitchens, bad kitchens, problems to be fixed, and selling to dealers throughout North America. But the last 8 years, most importantly, I've been focusing on retail sales, and that's most of my knowledge now is focused on selling cabinets to homeowners and custom home builders, and hopefully soon designers alike.
Nice.
So this showroom that we've launched here at TIDC Marketplace focuses on a few brands. So from a cabinet standpoint, we use Cuisine Ideal. It is one of the 3 brands that my company is partnered with, but I exclusively use them here at TIDC because I think they're best suited to give you what you're looking for. We also have partnered with 2 countertop brands. One being Caesarstone, which we've kept over on the one display over here. And over on this side that I'm standing is Cosentino. Cosentino is the manufacturer of brands you may recognize, Silestone and Decton. And then, I should mention, all our countertops are fabricated by Latitude Countertops. They're my exclusive fabricator. I think they're the best. They're probably more close to being the biggest in the GTA. And why I've used these preferred partners of mine for this, for starting out at TIDC, is I have very strong relationships with these companies. They give us enormous amounts of support, and what I'm going to be able to do is share that relationship and that support through my company to you when you work with us. Essentially, it'll become an extension of us to you. We created this showroom really to serve the interior designers. It's a new sales model for us, and we've tailored their services to suit what interior designers and decorators, your community, wants. And I know that it's hard from a cabinet standpoint for you to go out and find somebody who provides cabinetry and design and installation, but has all of their methods suited to you, the designer, and not you adapting to somebody else's model for retail sales or sales to large home builders. So again, we created this for you, the designer.
So you're going to show us a little bit your showroom examples here?
Yep.
When you come here to TIDC Marketplace, you'll have a membership card that you can come in here anytime, and then of course when the timing's right, you can meet Josh in person here too.
Absolutely. So all of these displays were designed to inspire you. The features that are built in behind any given door or drawer, they may not all be cohesive to one project. I've mixed a lot of stuff in here to give you as many options to use when you have your clients here, to show them these options and what the differences are. So I'll go through a few of these items. Hopefully, when the time is right, I'll get you here one-on-one and be able to really go through every cabinet and explain all the features that are built into these displays. A few really cool items are instead of the typical appliance garage with a roll-up door, we've incorporated like a lift-up door that could be used for an appliance garage or anything suited. The lines that we use, and specifically Cuisine Ideal, will only use hardware that comes from reputable manufacturers, predominantly Hedek, Bloom, and Kesselbaumer, all German, all with lifetime warranty. We don't use any other hardware products, so that was the Aventos hardware from Bloom. Here, we show a blind corner cabinet. Doesn't have to be the worst cabinet in the home if you can introduce something like Le Mans shelf.
Whoa,
So
I need that. Beautiful.
We have lots of ways of showing wine storage. Just inspire some type of setups, maybe for a beverage station. Things are in here, like we have drawers that are going to be a solid walnut. So that could be an upgraded drawer and have a walnut. And if you do that, maybe you want your spice rack to be built out of walnut as well.
Gorgeous.
We also have here another option showing spice storage that could be more in a chrome look, but this one here has an integrated knife block and utensil holder with storage for spice below. Some other neat features that we've put in here for everybody is again, drawers and rollouts. We all know what they are, but they're different materials. People don't always know what those are. So we're showing a standard dovetail drawer here, rollout, an upgraded walnut dovetail rollout. Here would be the metal drawer, full extension, soft close rollout. Or if some budget friendly and it had to be melamine drawers, here's a melamine rollout. It doesn't have to look so bad. Made of a nice melamine color that's very fashionable. Another thing that we can do is you look here at the interior of the cabinet is also a custom interior color to offer different design. When I was talking about the spice rack there, and I showed it in walnut, not very common that we do those. Very common we do them in these Kesselbaumer shelves here. This type of unit is built for a pantry, but it can also be done in a base cabinet where it's and less width as well. A lot of features here, just to show everybody, kind of inspire design, show what we can do. I could never show it all, but we try to pick the items that we think will suit everyone. Here
What's the minimum depth you can do on the, not depth, sorry, width? You said it can go narrower?
On a base cabinet, yes.
Yeah.
So you could do it down to a 9-inch.
Nice.
It'd be functional. There are spice pullouts that go to 6 inches. It's just you're at the minimum function.
Yeah.
Here, a great little thing that we played with was Monique, who designed this at Silverwood Kitchens, played on the depth a little bit. So we're showing lift-up cabinets. These are full depth. And then here we have this walnut-looking wall with what you see some wine storage. You realize it's a little deeper. What we've done is put roll-out doors, so you could have a play on some extra storage. It's just playing on the depth, pulling the base cabinets off the wall a little bit, but it's just to inspire people.
Very inspiring.
Yes, another great thing to show, because it's getting more popular, is channel design. Channel design allows you to operate a kitchen with no surface hardware. So you can see here, there's a channel. You design the kitchen. Obviously, do you want the lines to go across, but there's an aluminum extrusion behind here. Another feature I wanted to work onto this display was to show pocket doors.
Hang on, sorry. There's a question from Jacqueline Long. Does the sliding door have a specific product name for ordering?
Sliding door. No. We know exactly which one it is. And there's 2 that are available. I'm going to show you still one more in this walkthrough. But it's a hardware that our manufacturer uses. Pocket doors. Everybody keeps asking for pocket doors. Nothing wrong with utilizing pocket doors in cabinetry, but there's limitations. So a great thing for me to put this in here is you see what they are. Doors can only go so far back. You do lose a little of interior width, but what a functional use of cabinetry in a certain space. So we just try to build that here. We did all the shelves and the matching high gloss materials.
Mm-hmm. Lovely.
Another use of sliding doors that we like to use, that in a space that becomes very common, every job, every new kitchen, clients always want an island, and they're going to want seating.
Yeah.
But most importantly, for function, we need maximized storage. So when you have an overhang on an island, sometimes you can have cabinets that are on the back side of the island, but they, you have to have surface hardware to open them, and
Yeah.
they open out. So you have to move all your chairs quite far back to utilize. Here, we are able to put in cabinets behind an island and have a sliding door. So
Wow.
as far as clearances and moving things out of the way, it minimizes that.
Hmm. It's my next career. City TV, here I come.
These are really just a few of the many things that we can do with cabinetry. And all of you designers alike, everybody knows there's a lot of features. We tried to show as much here to at least help inspire, and enough that you could utilize all of it on any one given project to show your clients enough to what they need to see to make that decision to move forward. Mostly my goal here today is I want to explain to everybody the 3 services we've created that we want to start with to offer you. And we're going to go through a slideshow to explain that. But just so you know, we think these are the best suited services we could offer the design decorator community. And we're here to serve you, and that's our goal, and that's what we're trying to do here at TIDC.
Wonderful. So you want to toggle to your presentation?
Yes, we're going to go through to the presentation.
Okay, just share your screen there, Josh, and we'll get on our way. Bear with us for a moment here, folks. Meantime, if you have any questions for Josh, please do.
Island spotlight.
Yeah.
Great. And the voice is still through here. We're good? Okay. So before I start this slideshow, I really want to focus on all the stuff I'm going to tell you. There's these services. We think we can be a great partner. But if I had to tell you the most, probably the most reason you should want to work with us and what I think we're offering you is this. But these are the most important features, that we would be able to offer, or you would gain by working with Silverwood. You get access to a cabinet showroom. I'll say kitchen showroom. I always reference the word kitchen, but cabinet. You get access to a showroom to use as your own. Services will be tailored to suit your industry, and we have also the ability to adapt to you if there's something that you want us to do, and we're not offering it in these 3 services I keep talking about. You have the ability to tailor what we're going to do to you. A sales model that ensures you'll be able to sell a cabinet project and make a fair return. So we understand that's the most important part. You have to make money, and that's what we're here to help you do. You get full access to all of our experience, all of our knowledge, all of our expertise, and I can promise you the designers that work here at Silverwood Kitchens, Michelle Da Silva and Monique Fabregas, and myself, we all have extensive amount of kitchen design, kitchen install, kitchen planning experience, and you get access to all that. We'll share. We will help you. If you call and say, hey, I'm designing this part of the room, I'm not sure how to do it, how do I utilize the cabinets? I have no problem sharing. There's only one way you gain this knowledge and experience, and it's through learning from mistakes. So hopefully I've made enough in 30 years of doing this type of stuff that I can save you from making any of them if possible. You gain a partner that values relationships and willing, and Silverwood Kitchens, we're the type of partner we want to grow with you. We want to be your partner, and we all want to succeed equally. And last and most important, you get to work with a company that's driven by customer service first. It's always been our driving factor. It's what sets us aside from everybody else. We have wonderful products, but other people have wonderful products as well. We offer great customer service, and we stand by that day in and day out. I just wanted to reiterate those points to you, why I felt it'd be good to work with us. I'm going to go now through the slideshow for you, and I think Darylyn will be, or Andrew are watching for questions.
There's one I missed when we were doing our walkthrough. How much room do we need? This is from Shannon. How much room do we need to accommodate for the pocket door hardware when designing?
Are we talking about depth?
Let's see if she comes back with that.
What you need, there's a minimum on depth. Like I say, that's based on a 24-inch deep cabinet, which is a pretty standard depth of cabinet. You could do less. The problem with doing less, the point is the hardware has a limitation, and you won't have the same much featured. I don't have the exact depth that's the minimum, but I know I wouldn't want to go much less, but I could get that answered back to Darylyn to email out to Shane.
Awesome. Or Shannon, if you want to talk live, just let me know, raise your hand, and I can get you in there if you want to chat with Josh while we're here.
Pocket door hardware is great, but it has to be used properly. There are limitations, and it has its place. That's really what, as all cabinet design comes down to.
The width, oh, sorry, she's here. The width that we would lose on the sides for them to slide into.
Oh, the sides, you're about 3 inches on each side, so roughly 6 inches.
Thank you. Hope that answers it, Shannon.
Okay, so partnering with Silverwood, the 3 services that we're looking to offer, it comes down to as little as you want or as much as you want. Everybody has varying levels of expertise when it comes, especially to kitchen design, because there's a lot of factors that can go wrong. So if you're well experienced and you're very comfortable with your own design, but you want a showroom to use and you want to order products that are like ours, that are manufactured in Canada, that come with lifetime warranty, use reputable suppliers, we have a supply-only option. And that option would be for the most experienced designers in doing kitchens. If you like to design kitchens and you want to sell them, and you have your own carpenter or your trades that you're using, and you need a partner though to help on the design side of the kitchen, we're going to offer design and supply. This would be our second service. So at this point, we would do all the design and provide materials you need for selling, and then we would deliver the cabinets to site. The third one will be where we design, we supply, and we install. So if you don't have somebody who can do your work on site, or a carpenter, and you're not comfortable, you want your design or sell a kitchen and have us come and install it, we're willing to do that as well. Each of these services obviously comes at a different discount from how we're going to wholesale to you guys. So the less we do, the less we earn, and the more room you would have to mark things up. Another thing that will be very open is I will always share what we sell kitchens for on a retail level, and you'll know exactly how much less the wholesale price is. So it's up to you to decide how much you put on. At least you'll know if somebody ever tried to come to a Silverwood Kitchens retail store, what they would be quoting. So again, the choice is yours: supply only, design and supply, and install. On supply only, all drawings, including detailed production drawings, install drawings, site measure, and installation, are by the designer team. We would supply cabinetry. We're giving you access to a line of cabinets that you currently would not be able to have if you weren't affiliated to a showroom, and you're going to do most of the work yourself. We will place the order. Go ahead.
We have two questions similar around, which I believe I know the answer. Design, they do their own design work. What about just supply and install? You can do that, right?
If we design.
No, if they're designing.
I would rather, I have a group of subcontract installers that I use. I would let you work directly with them. I would provide that information for you. If I'm going to send my install team, our staff, we have to design. We have, listen, I don't want to say everyone's right or wrong, but we all have principles and things that we do or don't do. If I'm installing a kitchen that somebody else has fully designed, there may be things in there that we don't, the way we do it or the way we don't want to work. It doesn't mean they're wrong. It just means that we have to have some rules to it. The best for my team to install is if we design. Because my designers design knowing how we do things.
Okay.
We have a lot of procedures in place over years of experience gaining these. So, but I'm always here to help. And
but if they designed it and then your designer sort of looked at it, like
I'd be
as a
open
starting
to that. 100%. Yeah. I just don't want to be in a place where I won't do things that aren't to code.
Right.
I can't afford to have my company liable that way. But people do it, right or wrong. I'm not here to say, but I don't do it. We follow code. We're insured. We're WSIB. Everything is above board with Silverwood. So I find that in past, when we work for somebody else like that, sometimes we can get taken away from our principles.
That's good to know.
When we do a design and supply, kind of the same thing. Your design team is going to provide us some drawings and their ideas, but we're going to take that and we're going to create a full kitchen layout for you with your feedback and help. But we're going to do all that technical work. We're going to give you all the 3D presentation drawings that you need to present to your customer and sell your job, all the tools for sign off, and we'll also provide the install drawings. Even though you're doing your own install, we will give you an install package along with that. So you have a full package from us that basically and it alleviates you having to do it on your own.
And is there cost to those design services?
100%. The cabinets are sold at a discount, right? They're wholesale to you guys at a price. The discount for supply only will be greater than the discount for design and supply and greater for the discount for design, supply, and install. It's very fair. It's the key is to be fair, to be upfront and service everybody accordingly. Again, this is to start. This is a new venture for us in the sense of selling directly to designers and decorators alike. We've always focused on retail sales and selling to renovators, contractors, and custom home builders. So we're looking to, so we're willing to grow as this happens. But as a starting point, I think this is the best way to start.
Nice.
So again, so supply only, design team provides Silverwood, drawings and list. That means, you know, your kitchen, room, floor plan, whatever drawing you can come up with, and an item list, and your material specs and selections. So your cabinet finishes, what you, you know, roughly what you're looking for, countertop finishes if applicable. And in return, Silverwood team will provide the designer with a quote based on the cabinet item list and specs that were provided. A cabinet item list of everything that we put into the quote, just so you can see all that, and we'll deliver to project site. This is where I think it gets exciting. This is probably going to be our most popular avenue, if I know the way things will go, is design and supply. So here, designer team's going to provide Silverwood again with some architectural design drawings, plans, elevations, sections, locates, gas, electrical, plumbing, bulkheads, all the information of the room that we need to design. Material specs and selections. We'll need to know again the cabinet finishes, any countertop finishes you're looking for, anything that's applicable. Most importantly here, appliance specs. I can promise you this is what I do. I feel like 18 hours a day is figuring out appliance specs and how they fit into cabinetry and work. and it's hard for everybody. It's a lot. So appliance specs are always crucial. And then in return, what you're going to get here from Silverwood is going to be your quote, your cabinet item list, presentation drawings, most importantly. So you're going to get a price. You're going to be able to mark that up and do whatever you want with it, but you're going to get all the presentation drawings. So, and there can be revisions to these. So it's just not, but we have to get you a starting point. So based on all the drawings and specs that were provided, we'll give you 3D renderings and any other drawings as necessary. Other drawings being layouts, perspectives, elevations. It's all there. Once we have this designed in our program, we have access to all these different types of drawings. Once you come back and you have decided you're ready to order, or this is the job is going to go live, we'll provide you all the stuff you need for sign-offs with your customer. So we all have things covered. Most important thing we're going to offer you, I think, and I always, in my own jobs for Silverwood Kitchens, we probably measure 3 times, always, is site measure. We're willing to come out and I'll verify all these plans to your actual site and do a final measure. After that, the product will be ordered, manufactured, and be delivered. But, oh, and another thing there is when we deliver, you'll be provided with a full install package. Here is an example of a 3D rendering. And I think you guys all have software and have access to multiple software platforms that do these type of things. We use primarily 2020. It's not the greatest design software in the world, but it's the greatest for kitchens because all the manufacturers use it. It really handcuffs us into it, but it does a lot of great features. And again, at Silverwood, we focus more on the function of the cabinetry and the fact it's going to fit into space. So this is just an example of something we've done in the past, and this is just a 3D computer rendered. Then this would be done based on whatever selections you gave us. If you said we want a white shaker door or a gray shaker door, we would adapt these 3D pictures to suit those selections. Another great service that we can do, and this, especially if someone was, and the group here at TIDC, I understand, you guys are all varying levels of expertise or years of experience. If somebody was new or relatively new to the field and you got a kitchen project, it would be pretty cumbersome, I would think, to take it on without having a bit of backup. And that's where I think this can be a big help to some. You're going to get the best of everything Silverwood Kitchens does already on their own, and you'll be involved as a designer. You still make all your selections and you're picking colors, but we're really willing to be a full partner here and own this project from start to finish for you. So back to the same as we said before, that you provide the architectural plans, design drawings, all the everything you need to know in the room. You can provide material specs and selections, cabinet finishes, countertop finishes, and appliance specs. Silverwood is going to provide all of these items in return. So we're going to give you a quote, your cabinet list, all the 3D drawings that you need to present to your clients. And when you come back to order, we'll provide proper sign-off drawings and plans. We're going to do a site measure. We would never install if we didn't do a site measure. It just goes against everything I've learned. Have to be a site measure. Production and delivery, and then install and service. And when we install a kitchen, there's always service calls. There could be warranty items. It's a full inclusive package. We will come back, and until it's right, we're there.
We have a question from Shannon for, I think, the last slide and for this one. Once shop drawings are signed off on, what is the production timeline? It can vary.
Yeah, right now, a little bit of extreme times. We have the holidays coming into play. We don't have any supply chain issues. What the manufacturers are finding is they're having employee issues. They're having a very hard time filling their factories, being distanced, and people even wanting to come to work. So worst case scenario, like right now, I'm probably my worst lead time, and I'm at 8 weeks. Typically 6 weeks.
Nice.
I hope that helps everybody. The only thing that really ever drives the lead time up for me are high gloss kitchens, and I haven't had one ordered in years. When I say a high gloss, a real high gloss, an actual lacquer painted door with a polyester high gloss finish, that would usually add about 2 weeks to a lead time. But right now, most of the stuff that we do sell is painted cabinets, and we're at 8 weeks. Very few, if to none, on back orders and late orders. So everything's coming. It's like I said, it's taken about 2 weeks extra. And I think the manufacturers is having a hard time getting employees into the facilities and getting the work done in the timelines they've been used to.
Excellent. Thank you.
So here are a few more 3D renderings of different stuff. Most of these are live jobs that we've installed. But I just wanted to show you, and Darylyn, you had asked me last week when we were in a practice run of this, oh, what do you charge for that? This is inclusive. If you are willing to invest your time to work with us and to quote a job for you, whether you go ahead or not, we're going to provide this. And we want to sell cabinets, and we want to do it through your community, and we want to be a supplier that offers value to you. And I think this is the way we do it. So, and then again, for me personally, I don't like the 3D renderings don't excite me. I guess maybe I've seen too much, and I know from a presentation standpoint, though, they're really effective. And this is where I can show we can do things. You can place a table and chairs in there. We can place a faucet. We can place stuff that maybe we're not supplying, but we can do that so your client can get the best feel of what they're about to sign off on.
That's a nice touch. I can attest to that as a homeowner right now going through it. That's a very nice touch, John. We have a question from Jenny. What's the price package of these 3 services? So I guess of your 3 that you're recommending.
Well, it's layout dependent, right? It's all based on the cabinets that are designed in. There's no price. It's not, again, like if you come to me with a project and we quote it for you and you don't go ahead, there's no cost to you. Your time. I mean, if you're asking me, my time is the most valuable thing I have. So I would say you're investing your time. You're going to spend some time with us on the phone or whether we meet here at TIDC, but your only investment is your time. But through my experience, I can tell you, I know what cabinets cost. I know what they cost at a low end, at a high end, retail, wholesale. The pricing that we're going to offer is going to be very competitive, and we won't be losing jobs on price, and we will be gaining your confidence on service and value. I just wanted to show this.
I remember you also telling me in the practice session that all your cabinetry is Canadian made. Is that right?
Of course, always.
Yes. Love it.
I would never. I've traveled North America and seen cabinets from every company possible in North America. Forget anything even offshore, which I wouldn't represent personally. I wouldn't carry an American product either. The cabinetry, the level of expectation between our two Canada and USA of quality are totally on extreme opposite ends, and we are way more picky. We expect much more here in Canada. So I carry all Canadian brands of cabinets. I think for other social reasons, it's the right way to do things. There's absolutely no need for me to sell cabinets from anywhere else in the world when we can do everything here in Canada ourselves. The only thing that I stipulate, I use very specific manufacturers, and they have to use hardware that I also believe in, because I'm not going to sell somebody a cabinet with a hinge or a drawer slide that's from a company that I don't know who they are, and they may not be around in 10 years to give you a new set under warranty if there's a flaw. And that's what we do. And that's what, when you use the right manufacturers, and they use products like Bloom and Headache and Kesselbaumer for all their accessories. These are companies that have been around for a long time, and they're going to be around for a lot longer. It's those things, unfortunately, will never come from Canada, and they're all mostly German or Austria. But that's just our industry, and that's the way it goes. It's no different than some of the laminates that we use for our slab doors, the high gloss panels that are on the display that we walked through earlier. These are materials that come from Spain and Italy. That's just where those materials come from. And there's not enough volume request for anyone else to manufacture them. So.
Then there's a question from Brenda around materials choices.
Yep.
Are the cabinets made of MDF, HDF, plywood? What are you, I know you talked a bit about that in the walkthrough, but
Yeah.
what options do they have?
Great question. All available selections. We do a lot of cabinetry that have MDF doors. Listen, the public is not ready to accept painted wood because you're going to get joint lines, and we all know that. And 10 years ago, it was a hard sell though, because nobody wanted an MDF door because people said it wasn't real wood. Today, 98% of the jobs done have painted MDF doors. Well accepted, well used throughout the industry. As far as the gables and the cabinet construction, mainly particle board. We only use marked particle board that's manufactured in Canada. Canada has very strict rules on particle board. We use the European standard for density, and most are following the CARB guidelines out of California for formaldehyde release. So when you're using particle board, I can tell you, everyone thinks that it's a bad product to build cabinets with. If the cabinets are built properly with hardwood dowels that are glued to hold the bottom, top, and the gables together, when you pull those apart, you'll usually pull out a chunk of plywood with the dowel that's the size of a baseball or like a softball. That's telling you that the fibers are so good in that particle board, you're breaking a chunk of particle board, you're not pulling the dowel out. So it's very strong, very good. Very, very good product. But we also offer plywood built cabinets, and not so much of the MDF or HDF in building a cabinet per se. There's not a whole lot of advantage to that, depending on if it was a finished and unpainted finish cabinet per se.
And then the drawers, you had lots of different options too, right?
Yeah.
With the wood.
Metal drawers, dovetail drawers. Dovetail can become in the standard. It's usually a maple or birch, but you can upgrade to a walnut. We have melamine drawers, which is great because melamine drawers are a great cost savings. You get the same drawer track, the same broom or headache, full extension drawer track, but you save money on the box itself. But we have 5 colors of melamine, I believe, to pick from. So this can be the standard white and maple print, but there's also a few other luxury prints of melamine that are available.
Nice.
The beauty, of what we do and why Cuisine Ideal is my partner here at TIDC, is they're fully custom. There's nothing they won't build. So beyond everything that comes out of my spec book and that we can design for you, I would also offer you that if you can draw something on a piece of foolscap and provide it to us, we can get that quoted as a cabinet, and they have that ability. Full custom color offering. So they have a great offering of colors of their own that are standard. But if somebody wants a very specific color, for very, very little upcharge, I can offer a custom paint color, custom stains, anything that we do. So
beautiful. I hope, does that answer your question, Brenda? I hope. We miss anything?
Brenda, it's hard for me because it's hard to take one of these questions and provide a very short answer. I could talk all day about cabinetry, what we offer, what we do, what can be manufactured, how it can be manufactured. But today I'm just trying to give at least a brief introduction to Silverwood Kitchens and what I think we can offer everybody.
And then we have a question from Jacqueline. No shortage of questions today. Love it.
Great.
Can you give us a list of standard finishes from low end to luxury? For example, you mentioned painted melamine as budget friendly and go up. Hope this question makes sense. Jacqueline, if you want to talk live, you can as well. Just let me know and you have that option.
So yes, Jacqueline, here at the showroom, we have all the samples of every standard finish that's offered, whether it's all the wood species and their stains, all the color chips for all the paint colors, and then all the textured melamines that are offered, all the high gloss polymer doors, which was the gray display we were looking at earlier with the pocket doors. Everything that we offer, I have samples here that are going to be left in this showroom for you guys to utilize. We also have 30 sample doors en route to the showroom that will be here by the end of the year, that are all the doors that I find are relevant today in almost all the finishes. And we're going to offer all of this stuff to be able to be signed out and used as a sales tool for you to take and use with your clients. I guess I would say the process for this is still up in the air. There's a lot that'll be garnered to trustworthiness, but we're going to create some type of sign-out system. So we'll have multiple sets of all these samples here so that you can sign them out or come here and use them.
You read my mind, Josh.
Yes. The part of the slideshow where we're going to finish off is, this is a very, very introductory session, and it's very vague and brief on what we can do and what we offer. I am going to have I guess I'm calling it a grand opening, but I'm offering myself next week, Monday through Friday, 8 hours a day. I've got 1 hour time slots. Anybody who wants to book a time, and either if you're comfortable coming here and meeting one-on-one, or we can do it with me here in the showroom and do it through a virtual session. But I have no problem. Then I can really walk through, answer all your direct questions and walk through everything that's in here, all the samples, all the features, and all the tools that we're going to have for you to utilize.
Wonderful. Jenny's asking again, I know you answered this already, but about providing just measure and supply.
Yep.
If you could just reiterate it for Jenny, your answer about that you prefer not to, but that they could supply their own design, but your design team would have to.
We can do that.
Look through it and make sure it complies with your standards, right?
The truth is, I'm trying to create a model to move forward with everybody that fits into categories where everybody else falls. And we're not all the same, and not all of you alike are not the same, and you don't work the same. So I tried to create 3 groups where I think I've split it up in those 3 pots. But there's variables that change, and we're totally open to that and working with you. It's just, I can't say here, Silverwood, and here's the 14 services we offer. No one's ever going to figure out how to work with us. So I'm trying to keep it as simple as possible, and then and work with everybody. And you know, what we're offering is we're going to tailor our services to each and every one alike. As we get to work with you, whether you work with Monique or Michelle or Haley at Silverwood, or any new designers that come on board at Silverwood, once you work with one, you're going to stay with that designer, and you're going to build your relationship. That'll be your person. And I think you'll gain a lot more by having that relationship and that same person that gets to know you and you get to know them. You know, it could be a simple phone call. It could be an email. It could be a text. It can be any of that. I hope that helps, Jenny. I'm not sure what more I can say on that.
All good.
Cool. Great features that I'm going to, offer everybody, and I think all the members, and Darylyn knows that with COVID, it's kind of been really tough on us here at the marketplace. We're 6 months delayed opening. We're barely getting open even as we speak, and we have further restrictions. But when this does go away, I partnered with specific companies, and when I mentioned Cosentino and Caesarstone, they're both the 2 largest quartz countertop suppliers in the world. I deal directly with them. They both are very aware of this new showroom here, and they're also very excited. I'm not focusing on selling countertops. I have them, and I can to you, but most times designers have their own countertop fabricator, and I completely understand that. Regardless of that, all the countertops that are in the showroom now, there's 4 different prints, are all brand new colors that have been released just in the past 6 months. And I also have a commitment from Caesarstone and Cosentino every year and a half, 2 years, to switch these out and always continue putting new exclusive prints in here. And because of my relationship, I actually with Cosentino sometimes get access to new color releases before they come out to the public. And we're going to share that with all of you through here at the TIDC, whether they are events here when we're allowed to meet as a group. We'll have events sponsored by these companies, or it can be a virtual in the short term. But I plan to bring as many of these things to you guys to use, because you probably like them a lot more than I do sometimes. I think there's too many events and things for me. But I know what they're meant for. They're meant for the designers, and I want to bring as much of that as we can here. This island that we're sitting at right now, and Darylyn's 8 feet away, leaning on with me, is Decton. Decton's a relatively new product from Cosentino. It's a high impact surface. On the look, it may seem like quartz, but it's the whole nother level. And it's where the future is going in countertops. And I think we'll see a lot more decked in, and we'll have presentations here when we can, showing what those features are decked in. It's an amazing product. If you don't know about it, I would suggest you go to Cosentino's website and look it up.
We have Shannon again. Do you do any inlays within your cabinets, i.e. brass details or even reveals?
Anything custom can be done. It just has to be quoted. There's no inlays that per se are standard. We would need to design it, and then we send it out for quote. But it is totally doable. If you can draw it, we can have it made.
And Jenny's asking about your email address, so we might
we're getting there. Great. Okay, let me get off this. All I wanted to show this picture was, I always talk about kitchens, but we do other rooms as well. This was a live dressing room that we've done. So, you know, whatever you can do with cabinetry, we're here to be your supplier. But so first, this is next week. I've left my schedule completely free from the 30th to the 4th. All day long. If you can book a time with me, and if I could probably have one of my designers join for that. If it's virtual or here in the showroom, I'm available. You can book an appointment anytime you want with me. I've left my schedule completely empty next week, so that whatever anybody reaches out and asks for it, I'm going to have it open. You can see on here, you are contact info, but I'm going to go to the next slide and leave it there. That has all of our contact info. So again, let's talk. I'm Josh. You've unfortunately had to listen to me talk to you through your computer for the last half hour. You either like me or you're sick of me by now. But there's my email address, and there's our phone number and my extension. We also have 2 other designers, Michelle De Silva, her extension is 102, and Monique Fabregas at extension 201. And our email addresses are there. I don't know if there's a way for Darylyn or Andrew to send this out to everybody.
Absolutely.
But we're always available. You can email or call us anytime, any day. It doesn't have to be next week. During those time slots, we're always available.
Nice.
We're so excited to reach out this way. And, you know, in all the years, whenever I've worked at, whether it's for large manufacturers or at a retail store, you know, my own retail store, whenever we work with an interior designer or an interior decorator, I found it never seemed to always work the way we were already doing things. Our process was never exact. And I've learned over the years, you guys need something different. There's a different process that would suit you, and we're trying to tailor this to match that and become a partner.
I'm sure that's magic to their ears.
I hope so. Our reputation already stands on its own. We're a very reputable company. We work for some very reputable contractors in the city of Toronto, and renovator, custom home builders. And they've worked with us year after year. They don't go elsewhere, and there's a reason for that. We're good at what we do, and we stand behind it. But most importantly, we're fair. We're all in this to succeed together, and our number one focus will always be service. Since I started this company, I've always said customer service is what we're going to be found on. We have great products, but everybody can get great products. What we do that not everybody's willing to do or has the ability to do is offer customer service. That's us.
Love it. Well, I think looks like we don't have any other questions.
Did we run out of time? How did we do?
We're great on time. We're like 7 minutes.
Oh, I feel like I should have had more for everybody.
No, I'm sure everyone, from the level of questions, I think you did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Jenny, we're back. Jenny's here again. Hi. Does your showroom have kitchen products only?
So, do you mean, Jenny, I'm assuming you mean displays, the cabinetry? Yes. Here at TIDC, all the displays are really kitchen displays. I was just telling Darylyn, we're going to put in the one corner another very small mudroom display because I think I have enough room to show what a mudroom could be / laundry room, but basically one stall, if that makes sense. But we have other showrooms, and you have access to all our showrooms. We have one in Vaughan at Highway 7 and 400, very convenient location. We have one in Georgetown, or Halton Hills, I should say. Our showrooms there, we do show sometimes some cabinetry that's not totally designed to be a kitchen, but we will always have our displays mostly as kitchen. Unfortunately, right. Space will become an issue. The cabinetry itself doesn't change. The products, the door styles, and the finishes, it's just, I don't have any displays here that are not kitchen based.
How far is your install boundary in terms of, I believe, from logistically? Do you have a?
Quite honestly,
Chris,
we work very predominantly throughout the GTA. So we are almost any given day, we're always all the way out to maybe Uxbridge, coming in probably out to Burlington, and then draw that circle around the GTA.
I think Chris is Collingwood area, maybe.
So great. I can tell you we've installed kitchens in Collingwood, and we're selling one that's going in a custom home out there in Collingwood. We do kitchens in cottage country. I did one last year in London. We don't charge really any more money. We just, I think we factor in an extra $250 to cover off fuel expenses for that extra some time. But we don't mind. We just schedule. Everything is scheduling. We can install the kitchen anywhere you want us to install. I just need time to schedule it.
Awesome. So I'm hearing you'll go anywhere. You'll do pretty much anything.
Absolutely.
You're here for the designers, and we're so happy to have you. Thank you, Josh.
You're welcome. I appreciate it.
Have a great day, everyone. We'll be sending out the recording and follow up for you shortly.
Thanks, everybody, for taking your time to join us. I much appreciate it. I know we're also busy, and feel free to reach out and call me or email me anytime, and I can answer any questions you want.
Awesome. Thanks, Josh. Thanks, everyone.